Hey, this is not going to be a long video. I just find it so funny because people are mad about this right now. I think Hoyoverse have done this so many times before, even in the last year. Just because the last year patch of Chinese New Year, they gave 3 years for 3 pulls. It's not really 3 years and 3 pulls. Now, I'm not trying to defend that Genshin Impact did that. It's very tone deaf, you have to admit. But throughout the whole 3 years and 3 pulls thing, they also give like an extra 10 wishes in the mail. So what makes this Genshin Impact 5.3 patch preview gets people all riled up? Why now? Let's go check it out. So what we have right now is the Phase 1 version of 5.3. We get 1610 intertwined fate, which is 20 pools overall, and we got a crown and one of these stuff for it to get the artifacts choice and all that stuff, right? It's good, it's not that bad. And then we got a new green glider, perfectly used for Tignari character or new character Kinich in the Natlan region. So far so good, right? And then we have Mavuika and Citlali, and these two characters are gonna be in the same banner. And why are people so riled up, you ask? These two characters work perfectly good together, and not just these two. Also include Xilonen. These three works ultimately good together. And if you want to play Mavuika, the Pyro Archon herself, at her best state, doing her most damage, you might need one of these, at least one of these two. If you don't believe me, then I'll let the Genshin guy maker himself speak.
Both Xilonen and Citlali, or at least one of the two, is a considerable increase to your Mavuika's damage because they're just such strong characters on their own that also synergize very well with Mavuika, so I highly suggest using at least one with her if you have them or plan on getting one.
And that's the problem. For those who didn't pull for Xilonen, they're gonna have to choose between Mavuika and Citlali. As I stated before, these are all gonna be in the first phase, except for the 20 pulls that you will be getting during the lantern, right? Which is the second phase. Now that's the part where people get angry about this. But the problem is that why now? Like, it really is a bit too late already for you to get angry, to be honest, because you should be angry way back. Genshin Impact has done this before. 3 years, 3 pulls, and a lot of people have said that Genshin probably shouldn't have mentioned the 3 pulls because they're gonna give the 10 pulls either way. Those 3 pulls are just extra and bonus that they're gonna give to thank their player base, but it's still tone deaf because at the same time, it looks so ridiculous. The time of the rewards are 3 years of Genshin Impact release, and they decide to give like 3 pulls. That's the whole joke, right? And around that time, you also have to wait around the second half. It's always the second half when the Chinese New Year to come in every single patch. I could be gravely mistaken, but that's just how I remember it. But this whole thing really isn't that complicated. 10 pulls, 20 pulls for the Chinese New Year. The 20 pulls are not trying to manipulate anyone at all. These are just gonna be for the Chinese New Year. They didn't plan anything out of this. It's just for the Chinese New Year. But what they did plan is that Citlali and Mavuika in the same phase. I think this is the part where people should actually get angry about, not the 20 pulls in the second phase. I think those part people should have been angry a long time ago. What they've done on that second half, they've done it before so many times, and they got away with it, and they got away with it every single time. And the Hoyoverse content creators have been defending that part of their behavior every chance they got. So yes, I do think it's a bit too late for you to whine about the 20 pulls already. I think you should complain more about the Xilonen, Mavuika, and Citlali having to be in the same team for Mavuika to actually play like a god. Alright? And it's just very scummy to put Citlali is in the same banner as Mavuika, especially when Citlali, the shielder. At least I look into the kits, I look into a lot of guy makers, and it seems like Citlali is the better character for Mavuika to play with. And I do just find that very scummy, and it's just wrong for them to do that. Not to mention that the only male character that I pull for, the Dendro, and I remind you that Dendro just came out, like Sumeru recently came out, and people really thought that Kinich is gonna be perfectly good with Mavuika as a burning virgin, especially Kinich's kit is also burn and virgin. So it makes no sense for the Pyro Archon herself to have zero synergy with Kinich. It just sucks, to be honest. And of course, yes, I do feel somewhat salty here because the only Natlan character that I pull for is not gonna work out with the Archon. So yes, that's about it for the video. It's just a little rant here, and I think the community is split in half a bit here for what they're complaining. It's like some of them are complaining about the 20 pulls being the second half. It is coming, but it has been done so long already. And the other half is like Mavuika, Citlali being in the same banner when Citlali should be in the second banner. That way, like people could make it in time to pull for Mavuika. But at the same time, no, you're not gonna make it in time either way because you only have like a 100 to 200 pulls in the next patch they're gonna give, and for you to guarantee the pulls for Mavuika and Citlali, you at least need like about over 200, even 300 pulls for you to guarantee. It just sucks. It's never gonna work out for the F2P either way. But if I were you, I would be complaining about the Mavuika and Citlali being in the banner together, not the 20 pulls being in the second half. That has been done before. Again, I've been saying it so many times. Enough is enough. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what do you think about this whole situation. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. It doesn't look good on Hoyoverse, not gonna lie. And to make the situation even worse, Genshin Impact decided to collab with Razer Gold. If you don't know what Razer Gold is, it's where you buy the whole top up thing in Genshin Impact and the monthly subscription in Genshin Impact as well. And if you buy the Razer Gold, you might have a chance to receive a new Wind Glider. Wind Glider is this whole thing is just so dumb. I swear to God. Like it's not even a proper cosmetic. It's not even a skin for the traveler or anything. It's just a wind glider. So dumb.